What's up, everybody? Welcome to BODHI. I'm Tamal. This is Victoria. We're going to do a 30-minute yoga fat burn practice. Let's begin in child's pose. Come onto your hands and knees, tops of your feet flat on the mat. Sit on your heels. Place your forehead to the earth. Either arms extend forward or arms down by your sides. I like to have the big toes touching and the knees wide enough apart that the ribs hang right between the inner thighs. And then from there, just closing the eyes, starting the process of becoming in tune with the inhales and the exhales. And kind of steamrolling or ironing out, massaging out any inconsistencies in our breathing pattern. Finding your own natural pulse, rhythm of oxygen. Take an inhale through the nose, hold it at the top, out of the mouth. Again, inhale deeply through the nose, holding at the peak, and then let it go. Go back to breathing through the nose. Make your breath sound like the ocean rushing on and offshore. Find your audible ujjayi, which means to conquer, to be victorious. You want to keep it strong throughout the practice. Let's extend your arms forward. Spread your hands wide. Stretch the fingers and the webbing between the fingers. Sink the tailbone away from the arms. Get some length. Let's come onto all fours, your hands and your knees. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take an inhale, lift your head, your chest, dip the belly, tail lifts last. Then exhale, tuck the tail, belly goes in, upper back rounds, head tucks in last. Then inhale, head lifts, chest, belly, tail. Then tail, belly, chest, head, just like that. So that we're using the sensitive curves in the spine to signal everything. Try to keep those arms straight and strong so you're really isolating the movement to the pelvis, to the lumbar, thoracic, and cervical. And then we'll come to a flat neutral back. Let's extend the right leg behind you. Dorsiflex the right foot. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, bring the right knee to the nose. Let's round in your upper back. Then inhale, extend the leg back, lift the head on your own, just like that, for about 30 seconds. You can do it slow, you can do it fast. You're setting the pace. Let's meet with the leg extended back. So we'll tuck your left toes, we'll pick up the left knee and push back into the left heel for a three-legged downward facing dog. We're going to do the exact same movement we did on all fours, but here. So take an inhale, and as you exhale, bring the right knee to the nose, shoulders are over the wrists, then inhale, extend the leg back. Again, knee to nose, then extend it back on your own. And the same principle applies here. You want to keep your arms straight and strong as you're moving forward and back. So as you're transitioning from down dog to plank and bringing the knee in. And we'll meet with the leg extended back. Let's lunge the right foot between your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Let's run your arms down the ribs. So I like to fire up the back leg. Press the left thigh bone into the hamstring towards the sky and then pull back through the inner left heel. Take the outer right hip back and guide the outer left hip forward. So it's like we're steering our hips towards the front of our space. Then you start to take the front ribs in, we soften the shoulders down, we get long through the neck. Now remember this position you're in right now because we're going to come back to it several times. On an inhale, come to crescent, reach to the sky. Then exhale, chest goes over front knee, arms run down the ribs. Then inhale, come back up, crescent. Then exhale over the front knee, up and down on your own, just for about 15 seconds, so not long. You're going to notice in this practice that we're kind of just getting right into it. There's not a lot of lag time. We're just kind of jump starting our system because we're trying to get a real workout in, burning calories, burning fat, just getting our body into a place where we're sweating, moving, and breathing, right? We'll meet in crescent pose, reaching to the sky. We'll take a big inhale, and as you exhale, hands come down to the ground. Let's step back to the top of a push-up, and let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, maybe upward facing dog if you're ready. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Let's lower to all fours, your hands and your knees, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Take an inhale, lift the head, chest, dip the belly, tail lifts, then tail, belly, upper back, head rounds on your own. So it's just like we did earlier. It's like we go forward and then we got to rewind back, just so we balance everything out. And that's the great thing about yoga. So much in life we wish we could go change the past, but we can't. But in yoga practice, we have a right side and a left side. So things that you wanted to clean up the first round, you can clean up on the second round. It's always a second chance. Let's come to a flat back. Let's extend the left leg behind you, dorsiflex the left foot. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, knee to nose, round in the upper back. Then inhale, extend the leg back, lift your head up on your own. And really let your own lung capacity, your inhales and exhales, dictate the pace of your practice today. So you don't have to match up with Victoria. You kind of tailor it to your own needs, your own capacity. So that may be faster, it may be slower, it may be somewhere in between that. Let's meet with the left leg extended back. Now we tuck the right toes, pick up the right knee, push back into the right heel, three-legged dog. Reset with an inhale, and as you exhale, left knee to the nose, shoulders over the wrist, think cat pose in the upper spine, then inhale, extend it back on your own. And really, the more we heat our body, the more we're going to be open and accepting of the other postures to come. So we'll meet with the leg extended back. We'll lunge the left foot between the hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Let's run your arms down the ribs. So palms either face each other or they can face the floor. Just avoid the palms facing the sky. We don't want the palms facing up, otherwise that congests the shoulders, it internally rotates, becomes counterproductive. Start to steer your hips towards the front of your space, fire up the back leg, soften the shoulders down. And then on an inhale, crescent, come all the way up, reach to the sky. Then exhale, chest over front knee, arms down the ribs, up and down on your own. Now, one of the things we want to be mindful of as we're getting into this repetition is to make sure that we're not losing track of our breath. A lot of the time we hold our breath, things become more challenging then. We want to surrender to the practice by breathing into it. Let's meet in crescent. So we're reaching to the sky. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, hands come down. Let's step back. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, maybe up dog. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a big inhale through the nose. Hold your breath at the peak. Out of the mouth. Let's keep your feet where they are. Walk your hands to your feet, to the back of your space. Take an inhale, glance out, climb onto the fingers or work the hands at the shins. Then exhale, fold your body forward. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, glance out, Ardha. Exhale, fold in Utthha. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Put a bend in your knees. Take your arms behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Pull your arms to the sky and then maybe straighten the legs. If you need to hold on to a strap or a towel behind your back as an aid, that's always a great alternative. Otherwise, notice if your body weight is dumping into the heels. See if you can bring a little more attention towards the toes. We want the hips to line up over the ankles. We want to stretch the hamstrings. Do the exact same kind of interlace, but with the opposite pinky in front. So a little shift of the hands. And then release your hands to the ground, put a bend in the knees. And like a rag doll, roll all the way up to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae, disc by disc. And let's walk to the front of your space. Step your feet together. Take your hands at prayer in front of the heart. We're going to do sun salutation. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, fold your body forward. Inhale, glance out. Then exhale, step or lightly jump back and lower Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we got 1 more round of these, and then we'll take another little detour from there. Let's rise high in your toes, bend your knees, look forward, exhale, step or spring. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, open the arms and rise, reverse swan dive up. Then exhale, prayer in front of the heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale to fold. Inhale, glance out. Then exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So let's lift the right leg up, bend the knee and open up your hip. Notice how your chest wants to open up. So think about lifting the left armpit more, and that should help square the torso off. Come up high in the left toes. Let's take the right knee under and across your body to the left elbow. Then inhale, extend the leg back, open up your hip. Again to the left elbow. Extend it back on your own, just like that, for 30 seconds. And this whole practice isn't just about burning calories, but it's toning, it's strengthening, it's energizing, it's got a little bit of everything. Just the myriad of benefits of getting a proper, not just yoga workout in, but just a workout in general. Let's meet with the leg extended back, the hip open. Lunge the right foot between your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Take your arms down your ribs. So we've been here before. We know what's coming to a degree. Think about tucking your chin in, leading with the crown of your head forward so that at the base of the skull, the occiput can lift off the C1. And then let's come all the way up to crescent. Pause, reach to the sky. So this is where it's different. Instead of just repping out the crescents, I want you to interlace your fingers together above your head and flip your palms inside out. Now, the movements in your back leg. I want you to let the left knee lower towards the floor. It may touch the ground or may hover a few inches, then straighten the left leg out. Lower the left knee, straighten the left leg. Up and down on your own. I know your legs are going to strain a little bit. They're going to shake a little bit. It's all part of the magic of what we're doing here today. And then let's meet with the left knee off of the ground. Take your hands at prayer. Hook your left elbow to the outside of the right knee and thigh. Twist. Get the elbows stacked. This way you can apply more pressure with your top hand down into the bottom hand. And when you do that, you'll find your thumbs closest to the heart center, the sternum. Hide the outer right hip, fire up the back leg, and then if you want more, you can open your arms. We breathe. Take a big inhale, and exhale, hands come down. Let's step back to plank. Let's lower Chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So let's lift the left leg up. Let's bend the knee, open up the hip. Again, notice what the chest is doing. We want to teeter-tot. You want to lift the right armpit more. Come up high in the right toes. We'll take the left knee under and across to your right elbow. Then extend the leg back, open the hip on your own. Let's meet with the leg extended back, the hip open. Lunge the foot between the hands. Stand the ball of the back foot. Run your arms down the ribs. So start to square the hips, soften the shoulders. And then inhale, come all the way up. So we interlace the fingers together with the opposite pinky in front, if you can remember, and flip the palms inside out. If you don't remember, it's no big deal. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, right knee starts to lower, then right knee lifts with the inhale, then exhale, lower, inhale, lift, on your own. Again, you're setting the pace, so slow or fast. I'm starting to sweat, and I'm not even doing anything. Let's meet with the knee off the ground. Take your hands at prayer. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. So we get the elbows stacked. We fire up the back leg. We're pulling back through the inner right heel. We get long through the sides of the waist and the neck. And if you need more, you can open your arms. And take a big inhale. Then exhale, hands come down. Let's step back to plank. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. So let's take a big inhale through the nose. Hold your breath at the peak. Out of the mouth. Come up high on your toes. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or spring. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, chair pose. Sit low, reach high. Utkatasana. Exhale, stand up. Same exhale, prayer in front of the heart. You guessed it. We're doing Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale to folds. Inhale, glance out. Then exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, lunge it through. Back heel down. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down. We step back, we lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, lunge it through. Inhale, rise, warrior one. Exhale, hands come down. We step back, we lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend, urdhva. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we only have one more round of these, and then we'll get into our final little heat sequence. We can cool down from there, guys. Let's come up high on your toes, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or spring. Inhale, glance out. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, stand. Same exhale, prayer in front of the heart. The only thing I never mentioned before was this last version of B series going to be a little bit different. Inhale, chair pose, and pause. Keep your knees bent until further notice. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, lower your chest on your bent knees, run your arms down the ribs. Then inhale to chair pose, reach to the sky. Then exhale, chest on bent knees, arms down the ribs. Up and down on your own. It's very reminiscent of how we repped out those crescents in the beginning of our practice, but now we're doing it in chair pose. Nice thing about this repetition is it gets our heart rate up. It helps us make this whole practice more physical. And then we'll meet in chair pose, reaching to the sky. Take a big inhale, then exhale, fold and straighten the legs. Inhale, glance out, then exhale, step or jump back, and you can lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's inhale, lift the right leg up. But this time as you exhale, take the right knee to your right elbow, shoulders over wrists. Then inhale, extend it back. Again, right knee to right elbow. Extend it back on your own. And then we'll meet with the leg extended back. Let's lunge the right foot between your hands. For this one, stay on the ball of your back foot. Run your arms down the ribs. I know, this place again. Keep all the weight in your right foot. Lift your left foot up, warrior 3. There's still a warrior involved, just not a warrior 1. We're now just balancing on one leg. Starting to not only play with our stability, but it works the quadriceps, the hamstrings even, the glute muscles. So anchor down in that right big toe. Activate your thighs. Reach your arms forward. Think warrior 1, step way back. Inhale, reach to the sky. Then exhale, hands come down. Let's get out of there. Dismount, lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale to left elbow. Then inhale, extend it back. Again to left elbow. Reach it back on your own. Let's meet with the leg extended back. Lunge the left foot between the hands. Stay on the ball of the back foot for now. Run your arms down the ribs. Take the slouch out of the upper spine. Soften the jaw, the lips, the tongue. All the way in the left foot, right foot lifts, warrior 3. So anchor down on that left big toe. That's the balancing point. You can have a micro bend in that left knee for some buoyancy in the joint. It's okay if you fumble out of it a little bit. That's the beauty of these poses. You can always get right back into it. Reach your arms forward. Think warrior 1, step way back. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands come down. We step back, we lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bends. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we just have this one little tiny sequence to play with, guys, and it's not repetitive, thank goodness, right? It's just going to be a little long hold. Let's lift the right leg up. Lunge the right foot between your hands. Back heel down. Keep your right arm wedged against the outer right leg. Reach the left arm to the sky. You can always put your right hand on a block. Turn the left hand down, reach over your own head. Let the left bicep hang low, about an inch or two above the cheek. It's funny when we say a little long hold, that's like saying it's a long short ride. A little bit contradictory there. So keep pressing the outer right leg against the inner right arm. Drag the heels towards each other. They'll never really move, but it's just that energetic pull we're looking for. So it's like we're trying to bunch up the center of our mat. It's like the dad taking the family on a long trip. How long is it, Dad? It's a little while. 10 hours later, a little bit further. Think reversed warrior, and on an inhale, go all the way up and back. Then exhale, windmill your hands down. Let's step back. Let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. You guessed it, last side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, lunge it through. Back heel down. Keep your left arm wedged up against the outer left leg. Reach your right arm up, and then turn the right hand down. Reach over your head. I know Victoria's sweating. I hope you guys are sweating at home. I'm sweating. I'm just watching. So as we're working to get that right arm and left arm straighter, notice if your trapezius are getting tighter. You want to soften those down. Take the corners of your lips and turn them up towards your eyes. That's the most important alignment cue. Smile asana. It's amazing how much we just did in this short practice. So think reversed warrior, and on an inhale, go all the way up and back. And exhale, windmill your hands down. Let's step back, let's lower chaturanga. Inhale, back bends. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take an inhale through the nose. Hold your breath at the top. Out of the mouth. Lower to all fours, hands and knees. Cross one ankle over the other. Sit behind your feet. Swoop your legs through to the front. Let's scoot a bit forward and then lay on your back. Hug your knees into your chest. So we'll cross your right ankle over the top of your left knee. We're going to take a reclining pigeon. Right arm goes split between your legs. You hold on to the left leg. And then the left arm goes around the outside of the left leg. You hold it as well. Notice if your feet are soft, dorsiflex the feet. So we're protecting the ligaments in the knees. And then press the outer right knee forward. Victoria's looking at me like I'm drenched in sweat now. How did this happen? You know when it has a title like 30-minute fat burn, it's gonna get you. Keep your legs how they are. Take your arms out to the sides like airplane wings, palms up. Slide the right knee over the left, and maybe you can double bind, taking the right foot under the left calf. If it doesn't double bind, no big deal. Look to the right, drop both knees to the left. Eagle twist. Let's bring your knees back to center, untangle your legs. We'll do reclining pigeon on the other side. Cross your left ankle over the right quad. Left arm split between the legs, holds onto the right shin. Right arm goes around the outside of the right leg, hugs it in as well. Keep what you have. Take your arms out to the sides like wings. Slide the left knee over the right. Maybe you can double bind. Look to the left. Drop both knees to the right. Let's bring your knees back up into your chest, untangle the legs, hug them in with the arms. Place your forehead onto your knees, take a very big inhale. Hold your breath. Squeeze everything, all tension, all stress into one tight little ball. And then let it all go. Shavasana. You've arrived. Take this time to check out. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Gadadhara Shri Vasudeva Bhakta Vrindam Tapta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindava Ishvare Vrishabhanu Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Raghupati Raghava Rajaram Patita Pavana Sitaram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Together, take a big inhale through your nose, hold your breath. Let it go. Wiggle your fingers, toes, bring movement back to the body. And with your eyes still shut, let's roll over to your right side. And then with your eyes still shut, let's come up to seated. Sit up tall, take your hands at prayer in front of your heart. Follow your breath. Let's bow your head. Namaste.